Is we live? Oh my gosh. Hey everybody. We are live at the Springfield booth at the NRA annual meetings in Indianapolis,
Mm-hmm.
Indiana. And I am with Stephanie Reese from Springfield.
Yeah, it's awesome to be here. Thanks
Well,
for
it's fantastic.
being here in the booth.
Well, I've known Stephanie for a little while. I haven't had a lot of time talking to you,
Mm-hmm.
but I know that you know my wife. You have done work with her and in a lot of the ladies groups,
Yep, Michelle is awesome.
and that's kind of
Oh,
what
she
we're.
was over
Oh
there.
my God,
She's
gone.
not anymore.
Where did she go? There she is behind us. So we're here to talk a little bit about the ladies' influence on the industry, and right now the market is. It's kind of like it is a woman's market right now. Do you feel the same?
Definitely. Well, the women's market is the fastest growing demographic within the gun industry right now, which is huge. And I think you're seeing that um, being answered to by a lot of these different brands coming out with different carrying options, different firearms themselves, like the ones we have here. And it's just really refreshing to kind of see this empowerment aspect for all the women in the industry, which is great.
Well, I think it's fantastic, and I can tell you from being married to someone who's a part of the industry, and she's been for a long time now too. When I was down and out for a while. I was sick, you know. I had the cancer, and so for like about 2 years, I was down and out. And as I went, you know, level and sunk, all I watched was her just soar, and the things that she got to do, and the places she got to go, and I just love to see the ladies being part of it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we actually came out with two that are great options for concealed carry, because that's what we're going to be talking about.
Oh yeah, we're going to talk. Well, how do you, if you carry, all
Uh-huh.
right? And
Yeah.
I know it's kind of like a secret because after all, it is concealed carry.
Yeah.
If you carry, do you have one specific way that you carry, or do you have different ways? Tell me about it.
So I'm still kind of new to carrying. I actually did a 30-day unbody challenge where prior to carrying on body, I was carrying exclusively in my purse. So I wanted to challenge myself and
Photo op,
force
sorry.
myself into that's all right. Wanted to force myself into getting familiar with carrying on body. And so in that experiment, I found that I tend to prefer carrying in the appendix position, although I know a lot of women like to carry in the 4 o'clock, 4:30 position because of the curvature of the body is a little, more convenient back there for women.
You can attack this any way you want to.
Yep.
Because I have my opinions on it. I know it was something for Michelle to learn, you know, to carry concealed. I know it's different for women. It's different for every man.
Yep, exactly.
And I've been carrying concealed for a long time because I was a Fed for a while, so I operated undercover for many years, and I
Yeah.
carried, you know, for 20 hours in a day at times.
Sure.
And it takes time and practice.
It really does. And finding the system that kind of works for you and for women in particular, I think there's the challenge of dressing around your firearm, which can be unique situation in the sense that, guys have just naturally baggier clothing. Women tend to be a little more form fitted in what they choose. So something that might work on one day might not work on another day. So you have to kind of get familiar with the different options that are available and what works for you and what you feel comfortable with. And then also in that aspect, then being comfortable enough to draw your firearm from that position. So if you carry appendix one day, you have to be just as comfortable doing that as drawing from back here or drawing from your purse if you choose to purse carry. So it's kind of a unique
Well, I have a lot.
position to be in.
You're addressing all the great topics, and I have a lot of opinions on those things too. Because first and foremost, I don't care where you carry it. I don't care how you carry it, as long as you have a gun on you when you need it. That is important.
Totally.
And then from there, it becomes compromise positions. You know, of course, put it in your purse is going to slow you down. A lot of people don't like purse carry, but we were talking earlier, and I said, I didn't grow up a girl carrying a purse. I'm not a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You've carried a purse since how old were you?
Oh, ninth grade, maybe even earlier.
And how often do you forget your purse?
Never.
Okay, I would
No.
forget. I forget my jacket on the back of a chair.
Yeah.
But women don't forget their purse. So what's wrong with a woman carrying in her purse if that's the way she arms herself?
I totally agree. And if it's the difference in making you an armed woman versus someone that would
Or victim?
yeah, exactly. I would rather have them do that for sure.
And then if you carry on body, here's my thoughts on that. If you carry on body, and we talk about, there is, you know, how deep is your concealment?
Hmm.
How easy is it to get to your gun? Well, as an undercover operator, for me, I was never worried about being fast to my gun. I was more worried about people not knowing that I was armed.
Yes, exactly.
And I don't think that people think in those terms sometimes, because isn't it better to, move to cover, distance yourself from the situation? I mean, of course, it could always happen that you need it right away.
Yes, exactly. And it's such a unique, well, not unique, it's such a personal decision too, and what you
It is.
eventually come around to choosing that works best for you. So,
Well, you're 100% correct about that. How you carry is as personal as the gun that you carry. And we have two awesome selections here. I know that we have one that's up on the wall and everybody can see it, but those aren't shipping yet. And we don't want to get people too excited about guns that just aren't shipping yet.
exactly.
But we do want them to know that it's available.
Yes.
It's coming.
So we do have a 911 9mm available. Well, actually, I guess it's almost available. We have it in the works. We're going to get it out as soon and as quickly as we can to you guys, but we do not have a ship date at this exact moment. So we do have it in a 380, however, which they are readily available. And Chris has this one right here. This one is one of our color variations that we just released at SHOT Show, which is pretty cool. This is a vintage blue and stainless option. But, like I was saying earlier, for women, going with a smaller firearm can often be really helpful in the sense that if you're wearing something more fitted, if you're wearing something more fitted, the smaller the gun, the easier it is to conceal, which kind of makes
And
sense.
the nice thing about these 9, 10, 11 styles is they are so thin.
Exactly.
You can get them pressed into tight to your body.
Exactly.
One of those nice corset bands. It's like a belly band, but made for women.
Yes, those actually one of my favorite ways to carry is with the corset holster. Yeah.
Very, very cool. And I noticed you guys have, on this one, you got premium night sights on this. Whose sights are these?
These are Ameriglow. So
Okay.
Ameriglow's ProGlow tritium front sight on that. And then the low profile sights on the back as well, which is really nice. And the thumb safety which is ambi, which
It's
is also really
ambidextrous.
nice.
I'm just noticing that now.
Yep, exactly.
Very cool.
And it's a little bigger than other
It
safeties
is.
on the market in
It's
a similar
actually-
platform. So really easy to manipulate, especially if you're going to be under stress. Which
This gun is pure sex. I'm just looking at it. I mean, the color, it's beautiful color. It's got really cool grips on it. Is this chrome or nickel?
that is actually a very good question.
Well,
I will-
whatever-
I'm gonna have
anyway,
to
anyway you
ask you on
slice it,
that.
it's pure sex. I mean, it's got the
Looks
right
good.
sights on it. It's got the bright up front, darker in the back, easy to see, ambidextrous controls, and it's really, I mean, even I like this color.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't like that color?
And we came out with several different color variations on that. But if a unique kind of out of the box color really isn't up your alley, we also have it in a black nitride finish and a stainless steel finish, which are a little more classic and
Sure.
traditional as well.
Well, not everybody wants bling.
Yeah.
But honestly, if you're gonna dress and you need to carry a gun this small because you're gonna be wearing a nice outfit like you are today,
Mhm.
you probably want to match it with a gun that looks like that.
Exactly. And guns are a personal choice. The gun that you choose to carry is a personal choice, and why not have that as personal to you as possible? So if you like this color, go for it. If you like the what's the other color we have over there that I really like? There's one in the
There's
oh
a
my
whole
gosh.
row of them,
Yeah,
but
there's
you
a
can't
whole
see
row
the
of
colors
them.
from here.
There's one with a pearlized grip, which is really cool. I like that one as well. So yeah.
Well, very, very cool.
Yeah.
The next thing that is exciting to me is that I carried the XDS,
Mm-hmm.
the 4.0, and I know it's not available anymore, right?
It
guys
is
don't
not.
make-
No, not anymore.
And that's fine, because you know what? That makes mine more valuable. I have two of them. My wife and I carried them for years, and I was anxious, super excited about the XDS 2. The XDS Mod 2.
Yes, this is one of my favorite guns that we've made. I love shooting this. It's really, really comfortable. And the differences between the XDS Mod 2 and the original XDS, which, by the way, is also our most popular selling pistol to date. So
Really?
really great gun, and a ton of Americans choose to carry this on a daily basis, which is awesome. And we gave this basically a facelift. So right here we have the Mod 2 grip texturing, so kind of a grippy texture,
It's
kind
really
of grips back
comfortable.
into your hand a little bit, really comfortable, ergonomic to shoot. We also have a higher hand grip, so you can get your hand up closer to the bore
It
axis.
does have a great bore axis. That's why it's an easy gun to shoot.
Yep.
It's got a super low axis, bore axis, impetus of momentum, or position of recoil where that slide moves above your hand.
Exactly. So great recoil management. The sights are also a little bit different. So we have the tactical rack U-notch rear sight on the back. So if for whatever reason your hand or your arm were incapacitated in a defensive situation, you could always rack the slide against a belt buckle or a door frame
This
or a table, any sort of hard surface, so you could still manipulate the slide
And
under.
again, the great sight setup, dark in the back. If it's hard for you to see sights, you got to think about a couple of different things. And number one is, what configuration do you have? Because I know that if I have dark in the back and bright up front, boom, I can see right through that rear sight and I don't get hung up at it.
Exactly. And this is so great. It picks up in just about any sort of light condition too. This is awesome.
So fantastic.
That's also an Ameriglow. I keep stumbling over Ameriglow. Ameriglow.
Whatever, Amerigirl,
The
Amerigrow.
Pro Glow Tritium front sight.
I think there's something called Amerigrow, but
Right.
it's more for your lawn.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Girl talk. Out.
Oh, hey, I'm going to be relieved for a minute. So you
Okay,
guys
perfect. Hey,
Hi.
Michelle.
How you doing?
Hi.
Okay. Oh wow, you can't hear anything, and I was standing on it. Okay, so
Hello.
you're newer to concealed carry,
I
right?
am, yes. New.
But and so a lot of women, they get their concealed carry permit. I'm not just saying women and men.
Yep.
There's more to it than just getting that permit, isn't there?
Yes.
I mean, you have to know how to. You have to train. You have to know how to run that gun.
Yes.
And I mean, do you have any suggestions for people? Like, it takes. Would you agree it takes a while to get comfortable enough to carry every
Yes.
day?
And I think it's an ongoing process and an ongoing journey, and I still feel like I'm still kind of figuring out what works best. But if I had any recommendations, I would just say getting to the range as much as you can and figuring out which ways you prefer to carry as quickly as you can, so you can also practice
Get the
drawing.
Right.
And one of the things I also, admittedly, I know I need to be better about, if you're going to put on your outfit for the day, don't just rush out and have your holster set up. And it's better to actually practice drawing before you leave the house from that
Exactly.
position.
Or here's another thing we suggest: when you come home at night, instead of just taking it out and throwing it on the table, draw from that holster and draw that gun from the holster and then set it on the table.
Oh, that's a great.
Because
yeah,
you
great
just
point.
practice to draw, or you
Yeah.
pick it up to put it in there, maybe do a draw. Now, obviously, you need to be safe about the whole thing, and let's not even get I'm hoping we don't have to talk about all that.
Right,
But seriously,
exactly.
when you put it away at night, draw it out and set it down on that counter, or in the safe, I should say,
Right, yeah.
wherever you keep it.
Exactly.
But yes.
No, that's a great tip. I should do that.
Yeah, I mean, it takes training, and you can't just get this, oh, here's your permit.
Yep.
Now you got to go out and practice with it and everything and
Yep.
become comfortable. And I'm so proud of you to hear that you were doing that and working on that
Yeah.
and everything, because it is an important part of it. Yes, you have the firearm and the mindset. The mindset to carry concealed. It took me, I got my permit just because of our situation and Chris being in law enforcement, and I just wanted to know how to handle them and all that. And it took me a good year to be comfortable enough to carry every day.
Exactly.
And I get that. I mean, you have to have that mindset, and so that's awesome. And plus, you have these great size guns that are so easy to carry concealed, and whether it's on body or off body, I'm so excited about the products you guys have.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and I think a lot of people, maybe more men than women, might think that women need a smaller caliber too, and that's not necessarily the case. So if you're looking for a new product and you're new to concealed carry, I would just say go out and feel the guns in your hand.
Oh, definitely.
Find
yes.
one that fits for you. Don't automatically assume that a small gun is going to be best too. It's all dependent on so many different factors, what you typically wear on a normal day and
Right.
how you think you might want to carry, but that's
And you can't be afraid to shoot it.
Exactly.
I mean, you have to have
exactly.
one that's going to fit in your hand that you are comfortable shooting. So yeah, choose the right caliber that goes with it and the right size gun. And maybe it means you want a bigger gun or a smaller gun, but you need to make, as a woman, you need to make that choice for yourself. Right?
Exactly. Yes. I agree.
All right. Well, I think we're getting close to the ending time here, so I'm sorry for butting in, but you
No,
know what?
this is
Sometimes
awesome.
we need girl talk.
There you go.
right?
Exactly. I appreciate
and
you
again,
coming.
yeah, and I'm very proud of what you're doing, and you know I love Springfields and the whole line, and it's just quality guns that we just really enjoy.
Thank
So
you so
thanks.
much. That means so much. Awesome. Girl talk and a hug.
New show.
Yeah, exactly.